My name's Darlene Larson. I lived in Norway approximately 40 years, 45 years.
Brian Frese, and I grew up in Norway, in rural Norway. Graduated from the high school in '90, the year before the final class graduated, and went off to school at the University of Iowa after that for 4 years. Worked some odd jobs after school, and that took me to Colorado, moved back home for family reasons in '98, and then got hired at South Slope in the fall of '98.
As far as being well known, I think it's probably known for mainly the baseball youth. I like sports, so of course I fit right in with whether it was baseball, basketball. Of course we didn't have football, but the band and the music was a very good program when my kids were in school before they consolidated with Benton Community. We went to band contests and the speech and the plays. And it was small enough that the kids were, if they wanted to take part in all of the sports, they had a chance to do that. And if they didn't, that was okay. And
I played baseball for the high school team. That's what they're known for, is baseball. I got to be a part of 3 state championship teams. Wish it would have been 4. We took second my junior year, so that's a regret that I have, that we couldn't win 4 state titles. But like I said, Norway's known for its baseball, and I still play on an annual trip to Vegas with friends. Jason Urell works here, and we've made that trip the last couple of years, and it's becoming an annual trip, so we have a blast participating in that too. Oh, they've done a great job of preserving the history. They started a baseball museum. I'm not sure what year they started it, but it's a jewel if you haven't been there. And there's a lot of baseball history there, not just with Norway, but with just baseball in the state of Iowa.
well, we're filming today by our Veterans Memorial that was built, I think, about 2 years ago, dedicated 2 years ago. And South Slope donated the land for the memorial. South Slope has been very supportive of Norway. They, in fact, we were one of the larger employees and brought a lot of people into Norway from other smaller towns. For one thing, we donated this land. We were always donating for any fundraisers. And we tried to do that for all the smaller towns that we serve, not just Norway. I started in 1971 and I worked for 35 years at South Slope, and I started out as the secretary to the manager, Mr. Edmondson. And from there it was a small office, so we kind of helped each other in the office for billing and customer service. And as we grew in customers and employees, I started more in the business office, and when I retired after 35 years, I was business office supervisor and a secretary to the board of directors. So when I started out, we were in the business office was in the old insurance building up here. Then we built a new business office across the street from it, which is now the central office, and then we moved down to North Liberty. So I was in 3 different locations. And it was a good company to work for, friendly people, very supportive people. What makes Norway special is it's a small, very pleasant town. If you needed help, you can be assured that all we'd have to do is ask. One of the memories that come into my mind is in 2008 when the big flood come into town. The next day after the water went down, the farmers all come in with their hay racks and that, and picked up all of the furniture and that went to the dump. We didn't have to worry about doing that. And they were, if you needed help, they were there to help.
Home. Yep, it's home. Like I said, my family still lives out there, so just driving into town from the north and you see the rolling hills, especially this time of the year, everything's turning green, you see the farm fields. It's just home, and I think that's what the signs say as you're coming into town. Something to the effect of coming home, and then it has the baseball field, and it'll always be home to me.